occasionally, why not, right?
Oh, yeah. And we have been given the thumbs up from production. So I do believe that this should be starting momentarily. And yep, I might be a button check first, but regardless, the game is now functional once more. And so we shall be getting into it. And of course, on PS2.
Yeah, right, this much wider stage is giving them to feel each other out, but Leo immediately seeing it out opening, finding the grab and starting this advantage state, getting those tech chases left, right, and center, but off the platform. It's going to be the reversal flipping back the other way last.
Yeah, this is the thing that not many people can do just like him. It's the advantage state, the flow state that he kind of gets into when he really gets going. It's so hard to get away from him. It feels like everywhere on the stage is just under his thumb. 73% and Arsene already out for Mirage, but might not get the opportunity to use it. Does get the get-up attack, and K catches Leo on a neutral get-up, just trying to shark the platform there.
I love the way he's been using these guns from max range by just creating some pressure, trying to disrupt Leo's pace of play, recognizing, as you mentioned, that flow state is where Leo is really second to none. And so any way you can disrupt that to get some extra damage is going to be a good use of the Arsene. You are down in percent, and now Leo has one in turn, but a couple hits, he's the one to take less preemptive swings, right? That Arsene not even going to be a factor from him other than this 1-2 hit, and that might just be enough to seal the stock if you're not careful.
Oh, just barely gets the tether back in, but Leo catches the get up immediately, a grab and a back throw, and that's the stock. But Mirage has managed to keep this very close. Great stuff to him so far. Got to do a little bit more if he wants to take this stock here. 32% starting to build up.
Now holding under platform, you see trying to find and maintain center stage. Tried to bait Leo there into jumping underneath the platform, lead that approach with those high PS2 plats, but just misspaces it slightly. Leo capitalizes and pushes you to the corner, even with the Arsene. That's now a downside here, right? Stuck in the corner. That recovery is so much more predictable. And Leo is repeating fastball, canceling with that back air. Even though you get back, you don't get away. And now Arsene's offline. You can maybe have a chance to get out of the corner, but you've taken so much percent.
Back throw here puts Mirage off stage again, and this time the tether is not going to be enough to keep him safe. Leo just drifts down and out, gets the back air, and we are seeing a 3-stock-to-1 advantage. And that stock was pretty much just one long extended advantage state that Mirage never really escaped from. Seeing if Leo can do the same here, but at the very least, Mirage is going to catch him getting a little bit lackadaisical on the platform, falling through into an up smash.
And you know, if you're Mirage, right, you have to find ways to clean this up because Leo will not give you any extra chance to reset, to cover, right? He's over-aggressive like that neutral there. Now finds a chance, reads the field, reads the patience from Leo, and that's very smart, recognizing, hey, he's a very disciplined player. He's probably going to shield because it's the safest option, so that's what I'm going to cover. Even if it's not the broadest coverage, it's specific, but it's the right type of specific, and it's giving him these extra chances. He's just getting caught out by these stray hits that Leo knows how to capitalize on.
Yeah, but speaking of capitalizing on things, Mirage has also given Leo a big thing to capitalize on, and that is the Arsene. That is currently at about half meter, but he only needs half the meter to get that up tilt to kill on the roll off of ledge, and that's going to be game one in quick fashion, going straight to Leo.
Yeah, up tilt doesn't have the fastest startup for Joker, but it is incredibly active, right? It scoops decently, and especially with Arsene online, as we saw it kill. So it can be a great tool to catch a roll, or if you're under platform there, right, you're able to catch landing, and sometimes, or drop through plat, and the risk reward where if they don't do that, since you're under that PS2 plat, you have the time to kind of get out of dodge and not feel as worried about them punishing because they're going to land on that platform, get stuck in the minimum 4 frames of landing lag, and by that point, you're able to get off stock free.
Yep, going in straight to game 2, right back on PS2, because, you know, it's a ditto. Neither character is going to get too much of an advantage from a save. It's all about comfort at that point, and everybody in Smash Ultimate is comfortable on PS2. Leo making great use of the hurtbox shift off of the gunshot to avoid the AHA above his head, but pretty perfectly even percents. Leo, just a slight lead that he is now extending as much as humanly possible.
And that's really, I feel like, one of the things that is the Leo classic that we're seeing time and time again. He is by far, I think, the best Joker at always finding the hits he needs off Nair, right? He always is the one willing to find and able to find that perfect hit to keep his combo extension going. The coast-to-coast back and forth started off multiple of those interactions, and now it's the use of Arsene to try and get anything to happen.
Wait a second, though.
Rare miss input from Leo is going to put him down a stock here early.
Yeah, Leo goes down, but he's not out even by any sense of the word, because he's going to fire right back with that Nair, get the stock himself. Mirage, though, trying to build up a little bit of a lead while Leo's in a vulnerable spot, and then Leo just gets right out, swings back, brings us back to even.
I like the AHAs. I like the attempts to slow the pace down. That was a really creative reverse with the gun to mix your momentum and the cross up on the down air. Even though you don't find it, you don't have the pressure. You're in the perfect position to avoid the down air, to avoid the maximum downside there from Arsene, but you're still taking a lot of percent. And while yours is here in turn, every single Arsene we've seen Mirage get here this game has been offstage in the corner and has played almost no factor.
Back throw once again. Leo keeps putting Mirage out there and forcing him to recover. And while Mirage is doing a fantastic job of getting back most of the time's not good enough in this set, as Leo eventually is going to catch you lacking on your way back up and maybe lacking on your way back down, as that's 40% off of a quick double drag down. So much damage already. Mirage is about to get Arsene again.
I was going to say that finding that in the first place from Leo, like doing almost a Sheik-esque or Lucas-esque, right? Use your drag down to pull them off the platform back to the ground. Something we're seeing Jokers do more. Very, very cool. Now it's going to be Mirage attempting to find something, but Leo's going to pick it up on the offside and then get the juggle off the top. The coverage there just absolutely immaculate, saying if that second up air misses, well, guess what, right? You have to panic option to get out of that dodge, and then you're closing on for the top blast zone. The tether is just going to cover it anyways. It was a beautiful checkmate from him and going up 2-0, but Mirage did show some life that set.
Oh, yeah. Game 1 being able to take a stock, in Game 2 very nearly capitalizing more off of the SD from Leo, going a little bit too far in the edge guard. But this is what I mentioned at the top of the set, where it could be Sephiroth, it could be Joker, and the Joker hasn't worked for 2 games. So at least going to give the Sephiroth a shot is Mirage.
And this is something that obviously Leo has some amount of experience with, right? Tweak, very notably piloting this character for a long time.
I don't think ever against Leo, though.
Not in bracket, but being on the same team, I imagine they must have played at some point. And he's finding the stock early, though. But I was going to say, we've seen a lot of these regional Sephiroths have some really strong results that some of the people we know from playing this character at the national level haven't been able to find. And so definitely something to try, and he's starting off hot early.
And then you pay him right back.
Yep.
And we're back to even. Okay.
Listen, even transactions here on Town and City, you know you're making Tom Nook happy with that one. Mirage, though, looking to just create a little bit of a smoke screen, try to find that grab. It doesn't get its mark, though, and all of a sudden it's going to be Leo with that speed, with the hurt box shifts of Joker, just being able to dance around this Masamune.
Not going to be able to get back to the stage. Just a little bit too low before the Octoslash comes out, and Leo using that Rebels guard to get Arsene out, but is going to eat that last bit of the Shadow Flare. F-tilt here, going to try and build as much damage as possible while Arsene is still active. It's just down tilting.
And the run off there, that slide off at the end into the neutral air, you can see Mirage is very confident in this Sephiroth movement, and it honestly feels like more than anything else, we're just seeing him play more confident with the Sephiroth, with the back against the wall. All this one-winged Angel may not have one at the moment, but what he is able to find is the grab, the short blast zones, and everything in between to give himself chances. Not able to capitalize at first, but the back here, even though it doesn't close it out yet, resets the situation, and Leo knows that he's running out of room on the stock.
Trying to catch Leo jumping off the ledge with a turnaround up tilt there. Unsuccessful, but now the wing is out, going to get to play with it for at least a little bit. Back throw here, going to put him deep off stage, and this is where Mirage has been struggling just getting back, and Leo going to use the multi-hits of the Octoslash like it's candy, gets Arsene out, gets the power boost from it, and gets the up smash to win the set.
And that's one of the downsides, right, of Sephiroth on a stage like Town and City. While on the upside, you do get to have that Octoslash poke through. And you need that Octoslash for the distance, and a character like Arsene, as you mentioned, right, able to build, or a character like Joker able to build Arsene off of that, means that by recovering at a disadvantage, suddenly you just made your situation so much worse for yourself. And while we really saw the confidence, we saw all the upsides that Mirage had to offer, and I honestly feel like if we saw it throughout the whole set, maybe we could have seen it take a game. It just didn't quite get there with only one game to work with.
And the 2 SDs certainly did not help after taking that first stock away from Leo in like the first 20 seconds. Looking like our next set for our main stream is going to be Omega versus Murph. So Murph, Huntsville player as well, usually pilots Crom, but also has like an Aegis and a Steve and a bunch of other stuff. He's one of the Huntsville Zoomers. So we'll see something from Murph.
I was going to say, he plays Chrom and then also has these other broken top tiers. Is he just Zoomer Mr. R? Listen, Chrom can be really good. Sometimes he's just very inconsistent, right? Very fragile character. And against someone like Omega, there's so little extra room to work with, right? Omega's so incredibly good with that gunplay with Joker, his ability to find those little dink hits and push you just too far away, something that which Chrom can be especially vulnerable to. I wouldn't be surprised to see another one of those characters come out.
Yeah, it's kind of just like, I don't even think it matters based on the matchup when Murph chooses his character. He kind of just does.